Today I'm going to explain to you how this grate works. So this grate is used for when it rains, especially large amounts of rain. You've kind of got this little dip in the grass here where if this grate was not in place, it could fill up easily with when it does rain, and it could cause a little bit of flooding in this area. And so this grate has been placed here so that it can prevent that. So as you can see, if any rain hits it from the top, it goes in there. And then down here we've got an actual spot for the water to go into if it does begin to pool up in here. So as you can see, we've got this lower level, which we're at now, and then it grades up into this higher level. Where it gets really steep, there's the rocks, and those rocks are there just to help, like when it gets steep, so that people don't trip or anything like that, you know. But it kind of grades down more gradually along the sides of the rocks. And so the reason why they're on different levels is because when the water falls, the gravity has effect on it, and so it'll pool up in the lowest point, which is right in this little valley of this grass. And so that is why they've got this grate so far down onto the ground, this little drain that they've got. It would not be nearly as effective if it were up here on the upper part of this grass, because the water would have to fill up this area significantly high in order for it to have any effect. And as we look at the grates, the one down at the bottom that we just looked at has very large holes so that it can take in a lot. So if there's any debris in the water, if there's like leaves or sticks, it won't get caught, whereas these upper grates are a little bit smaller, and so I imagine that would have, there could be potentially more things that would get stuck in there. But the idea with the larger grate is there's less upkeep, and there wouldn't be as much of a worry for flooding in this area because of the use of that. As you can see, it's made of concrete, so it's sturdy, and the grates are made of metal. There's we've got the screws and the bolts keeping the grates in place, so they're not likely to come undone anytime soon. And then inside, we've got this pipe. I don't know if you can see that. So the water has a place to exit, and that is how we prevent flooding here on campus.